Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for tuning in to Toy Migos. It's another toy review with the one and only Fallen Fett. And today we received a package from a galaxy far, far away from Graham, from a company called the Next 17. Now, instead of just going right into the review, I felt that this is a special project that is going on that needed some explanation. And he did send a letter along, so I'm just going to go ahead and read the letter for you guys so you know what the Next 17 is all about. Thanks again for reviewing my factory-made customs. Here's a little background on these figures. 2 years ago, I decided to try and complete one of my childhood action figure collections. I soon ran out of figures to collect, even though I managed to find most, and the remainders were just too expensive to even contemplate. So, I started to miss the hunt. Also, with nothing new to add, my collection would just sit there taking up space, never changing. We all know what that's like, right? So luckily, in my day job, I do some work with injection mold factories, and I was able to convince them to set me up with a long-term contract to help me out with some smaller runs during my idle time. I spent the following year painstakingly designing a set of unique figures that could still blend in with my 3 3/4 toy lines of the 80s. The resulting figures use the same quality settings as applied by the major players, but due to the much smaller runs, the cost per figure are significantly higher. So I pre-funded the first figure from my life savings and was lucky enough to gather a dedicated Patreon Facebook following with that figure. This group of dedicated fans and Patreon followers then helped me fund the second wave last year and even a third wave this spring. The figures of the third wave are now ready to ship and order as soon as you're seeing this video. Included in this package, you will find Ben from the Death Star duel, an exclusive frozen baby Wampa, which glows in the dark, my favorite, and Tuskface. So Graham, thank you very much for sending this over. We're going to get right into it. Now that you guys are a little bit caught up to speed on what this is going to be, and I hope you caught the clues of the name, let's take a look at what the Next 17 has sent over. Okay, now that we have everything out of the package and ready to review, I do want to head back to these card backs that are on here of what you can order in Wave 3. This is just so well put together and a great addition along with your figures to go a part of your collection. I mean, the love and the thoughtfulness that was put into this project is shown just through this. So reminiscent of the old Kenner card backs, all the labels and the names is very cool. And this is just the back of the promo card that Next 17 sent over. But I mean, you can display this right up. It's thick, very well, not too glossy. As you can see, it shows up perfectly in the video. And again, we got 95 J Quill, 96 Old Ben at Death Star, and we got one of the limited editions L2, the baby Wampa that glows in the dark, and an A2, which is a background card for any of your setups there. So there's that. Here's that A2. We got the Tatooine one. Again, very well made. Not too glossy. I love it. It's going to show up in pictures very well, or if you just display your figures on it. A perfect background piece that they sent over. I did look on the website. Unfortunately, the Death Star ones are already sold out, but these are cool. And then he has accessory kits too. Right there, clothes that can go on the figures. That's great, right? Something we wish we had back then. So thank you for those little bit of extras. I do want to get into the exclusive baby Wampa first. It's like that classic clear, almost Ghost Force blue, right? So on this one, the head doesn't move, but the way that the mold is done, great sculpting. You can definitely see it. A better representation than some of those Kenner figures, right? But here you go. You have the arms, the legs, but you will also have the horns up top here that both of them move too, and it glows in the dark. This one comes with a bone accessory right there, and of course that fits in his hand. Let me get that in there real quick. Very well put together, just like that. There it is. Very nice. Like I said, the sculpt, wow, 100 on that. And number 95, Jay Quill, also known as Tuskface. We always make up all these names for all these Star Wars characters, right? And then they've stuck with us throughout the years. Like, his original name is Jay Quill, but everybody knows Tuskface. We do that on so many different Star Wars stuff. So again, here, the sculpt is beautifully done. You can feel it on there, the way that it was made. The belts, the paint apps are beautifully done. Look at all the way back. I like this right here, TN1722, the next 17. So I suggest I figure he started this in 22, right? I love the classic stamp on the back. Again, peg holes are there. Paint. His accessory is this knife. Fits very well in there. I already put it in there. He was labeled as a bounty hunter, and he was found in Return of the Jedi. Part of Jabba's crew there. He does have a backstory to himself, and he was on the sail barge as well as Jabba's palace. So this one is number 95. It's just immaculately done. This is so cool, and a love towards Star Wars to add to your classic Kenner figures to finish all those ones that were never made. And they fit right in with any display or any of the other ones that you have for it. The love behind this is just shown through these figures. And then number 96 is Ben Death Star Duel. And look at that face. It's almost reminiscent of like an animation style, but not, right? The gray beard, the eyes, paint job, sculpt. Look at, in here you see the creases on the hood. So well done. Comes with a blue lightsaber piece, of course, in that old school fashion. The belt is painted, arms, legs, your 5 POA, head. Paint is beautifully done. There's that leg stamp again, along with your peg holes. Yeah, I am very thoroughly impressed with this project by the Next 17. I know there's going to be a lot of fans who weren't privy to this, as I was, that you're going to want to go check out the next17.com. We did show you all the info at the beginning. You know where the love of this came from. And these are just so well done and put together. And then after that letter, you understand the pricing. I mean, this is this guy's sole project alone by himself. So I think I saw it, and these were like $36 a piece, which isn't bad at all in nowadays of speaking. But you actually get a damn good figure to continue your Kenner collection. That 3.75 figures in the style that it was done. And we know that Hasbro has revisited this and started making other figures. So this just goes so good. I love the way this figure looks, man. I just can't stop looking at it. Look at that. So even you toy photographers out there may want to look into this for some of those old classic retro shots that, you know, figures weren't made, but yet now here they are. Again, just a love for our passion and what we do, that this is the kind of projects that come out of our collecting, right? Now that we get older and we can do stuff on our own, here's a prime example of what can happen when you put your heart, love, passion, and your savings into it. And now people have caught on. So join that Patreon, get on the Facebook, look up the next17.com and get your order in today. Thank you, Graham, so much, man. These are great. I hope this line keeps going. He's everywhere, as you saw. I'll put it up again right now. But here's 96. Right here, Ben, Death Star Duel. Here's your little frozen baby Wampa. An exclusive. Glows in the dark. And then whoever thought you would see Tuskface in a line, right? There it is. Wow, very well done. Thank you so much. You guys go check this out and keep your collection growing. Just for the plain simple fact of the love of Star Wars. All right, guys, thanks for checking us out. Again, this was thenext17.com. And we'll see you guys in the next review.